Atlanta just dropped a bomb on the NFL, and it's shaking the entire NFC South before Week 1 has even kicked off. We're talking about a move that was supposed to be good, but now it's starting to look like an absolute steal. This isn't hype. This is the kind of game changer that can flip a season on its head. And if what we've seen in camp is any sign of what's coming, the rest of the league better wake up. The Falcons didn't just sign a linebacker this offseason. They might have found their defensive heartbeat for the next 2 years. When Atlanta inked Devine Diablo to a 2-year, $14 million deal, fans were optimistic. Solid signing, good value, maybe an upgrade for the front seven. But nobody expected this. Before a single real snap has been played, Diablo has gone from nice pickup to league-wide bargain. Even in OTAs, ESPN's Mark Raymond was calling him the surprise of the offseason, praising his rare blend of size, speed, and length. And that was before training camp. Once camp started, the legend began to grow. Every practice report had the same theme: Diablo wrecked something. He was crashing into the backfield, shutting down run plays before they had a chance to breathe. In Wednesday's scrimmage, he exploded past the line so fast that the running back barely had time to lower his pads before Diablo swallowed him whole. His teammates have noticed. Caden Ellis gave him the nickname Avatar, and head coach Raheem Morris didn't just agree, he doubled down, comparing him to one of those long, inflatable figures outside a car dealership. Except instead of waving in the wind, this one hunts ball carriers and quarterbacks with terrifying precision. And that's exactly what Atlanta needs. Last year, the Falcons ranked 31st in sacks and got bullied in the run game, giving up over 2,000 rushing yards. Diablo's skill set is built to fix both problems. He can shed blocks, close gaps, drop into coverage, and get after the passer. This isn't just a linebacker. This is a one-man solution to two of Atlanta's biggest weaknesses. In 2024, even on a weaker defense, he still put up 63 tackles, a sack, and 2 pass breakups in just 14 games. Now, surrounded by a deeper, nastier defensive unit, those numbers could explode. If he keeps this up when the games actually count, Steele won't even begin to cover it. Falcons fans, how big of a difference do you think Devine Deablo will make this season? Drop your confidence rating for him from 1 to 10 in the comments. The first real look at this new-look Falcons defense came under the bright lights of the preseason opener against the Detroit Lions, and while the scoreboard showed a 17-10 loss, this game was never about wins or losses. This was about finding out who's ready to fight for a spot when the real battles begin in September. Unfortunately, the night took a heartbreaking turn in the fourth quarter when Lions safety Morris Norris had to be carted off the field in an ambulance after a scary injury. The game was suspended with just over 6 minutes left, a sobering reminder that football is as brutal as it is beautiful. From the start, most of Atlanta's big guns, Michael Penix Jr., Bijan Robinson, Drake London, Kyle Pitts, and even Devine Diablo, watched from the sidelines. That left the stage wide open for rookies, backups, and bubble players desperate to make a name for themselves. One name that jumped out: James Pierce Jr. The rookie edge rusher didn't light up the stat sheet, but his presence was impossible to ignore. Every time he lined up, the Lions' offensive line shifted. Tackles called for tight end help. Running plays went the other way. That kind of respect, earned before your first regular season snap, is something Atlanta's edge rush hasn't seen in years. Then came Arnold Ebiketie, proving why Raheem Morris wants constant chaos up front. In the red zone, Ebiketie blew past his blocker, stripped quarterback Hendon Hooker, and set up Taquan Graham for the recovery. That's the exact brand of football Morris has been preaching all offseason. Hit the quarterback, take the football, change the game. In the secondary, DeMarco Hellams announced his return from an ankle injury with a bang, literally. He made Atlanta's first tackle of the game, smothered receivers in coverage, and delivered a couple of bone-rattling hits that had the crowd inside Mercedes-Benz Stadium roaring. Even when he drew an unnecessary roughness flag, the moment wasn't dampened, it was offset by a Lions penalty anyway, and the message was clear. This safety plays with zero hesitation. On offense, third-string QB Easton Stick quietly put together one of the most efficient performances of the night. He went 15 for 18 for 149 yards and a touchdown, spreading the ball to 6 different receivers. His chemistry with Dylan Drummond was on point, 8 completions for 62 yards, and his 13-yard strike to Chris Blair tied the game before halftime. Even special teams had a flash of excitement when rookie kicker Lenny Creed drilled a 57-yard field goal, just 1 yard shy of Young Hoku's career long. Yes, he missed a later 53-yarder, but for a rookie to hit that kind of bomb in his very first preseason game? That's a statement. Falcons fans, which preseason standout impressed you the most in this game? Drop their name in the comments and tell me why they earned your respect. The night in Detroit may have ended with heavy hearts, but there was one piece of good news for Atlanta. They escaped without a single injury. In preseason football, that's as big as any win on the scoreboard. Now, with that first game in the books, all eyes turn to next week's joint practices with the Tennessee Titans. This isn't just another set of drills, it's a battlefield. It's a rare opportunity to square up against a totally different style of football, see unfamiliar looks, and feel the physicality of an opponent you'll meet again under the Friday night lights. And while the headlines keep circling around Devine Diablo's breakout, this week is about more than one star. It's about a defense that's undergoing a full identity shift and starting to look like a real threat for the first time in years. The Falcons front office didn't just go shopping for talent this offseason. They hunted for difference makers. Diablo isn't just filling a role. He's redefining it. Raheem Morris talks about him like a chess master talks about his queen, a piece that can go anywhere, erase running lanes one play, and wreck the quarterback's rhythm the next. That kind of versatility has been missing in Atlanta for far too long. But it's not just Diablo turning heads. James Pierce Jr. is refusing to play like a rookie. He's already forcing opposing offenses to shift their game plan before the ball is even snapped. Arnold Ebikete's strip sack against Detroit wasn't just a flash. It was a statement that this defense can now finish plays that would have slipped away in past seasons. And DeMarco Hellams? His physical, fearless style has set the tone for an entire secondary that's sick of playing soft. And now, the Titans are coming. Joint practices are known for being chippy, physical, and downright nasty, exactly the kind of test this defense needs. It's one thing to look dominant inside Flowery Branch when you're lining up against your own guys. It's another to keep that same fire when the man across from you is fighting for his NFL future on another roster. This week will show us if all that speed, length, and aggression built in camp can hold up against another team's starters. And for Falcons fans, that answer could be the first true sign of whether 2025 is the year this defense finally flips the script. So, Falcons fans, are you buying into this new defensive identity? Is this the year Atlanta stops just competing and starts intimidating? Let's hear your thoughts in the comments. On the offensive side, two names quietly stole the spotlight: Easton Stick's poise under pressure and Dylan Drummond's reliability in crunch moments. With Darnell Mooney still rehabbing his shoulder, the competition for that WR3 spot is wide open and every rep matters. Chris Blair's clutch touchdown grab in the preseason opener only made things more interesting. What's becoming clear is this: Atlanta's offense might be deeper than anyone expected. That's a luxury in a league where injuries are not if, but when. The more weapons you have ready to step in, the less a single setback can derail your season. And while August football isn't about the scoreboard, there's real value in what we're seeing. A defense forcing turnovers. An offense finding rhythm even with backups. Special teams hitting from deep range. These are the little victories that quietly build the foundation for big wins when the games start counting. Habits are formed now, not in week 5, and this team is stacking good habits on both sides of the ball. So here's the question: If Devine Deablo keeps dominating, if James Pierce Jr. keeps drawing double teams, and if this depth keeps producing, could we be staring at the most complete Atlanta defense in years? Falcons fans, weigh in. From 1 to 10, how confident are you that this defense can dominate in 2025? Drop your score in the comments.